Alright, we're going to try this one more time. So, first thing you want to do is set up your Xbox to where you can log into your gamer tag and get your game ready. So you're waiting in either the lobby or the menu within the game itself. Again, on your Xbox One and on your Windows 10 PC. You're going to do a couple of things. We're going to get OBS up and running, and we're going to start setting up some scenes and sources to get this going. So I've had to make a couple of modifications to this to make it work to start recording, but basically everything that I'm doing here is going to be from scratch. And if you can ignore the S and the M2, that's what I have set up here. I'm going to create new ones, and this should work for you. So here we go. On OBS, once you launch it, you're going to create a new scene or rename the existing scene that you have. We'll just call this one scene 2 since that's what pops up. And I'm going to come back up here to scene so you can see what's going up on the screen here for my capture. And what we're going to do is there'll probably be a brief transition from one to the other. So my M2 is my monitor capture I'm already doing. So I'm going to wait a little bit before I get to there. But we've created a scene. So in that scene, again, if I click it, it goes blank. If I go back to this one, it's what we're doing right now. So let me get rid of the scene 2. Let's just say that's the scene where we're at right now. So I'm going to rename it, call it S2 for scene 2. This way we have a little bit of continuity. And we're going to go over here to settings on the right hand side. Let me open this up a little bit so you have a little fuller view. I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to leave the general tab open and take a look here. Everything here I'm leaving at default, not changing anything. We go over to the stream, and again, leaving everything at default. We're just going to try to capture or perform a monitor capture. We're not going to try streaming here yet. I'm just showing you what you need for your basics to get the input source for the capture of the stream from the Xbox app. Come over to output, and mine's at 2500 software X264 160 defaults. I did make some minor changes prior to coming into this. I have my out path, recording path to OBS vids, and then same as stream for quality, and then MP4. And that's just something that works for me. If you change yours to these, then go ahead and hit apply, move on to audio, and there's a couple of things that happen here. This is likely set to default, and I like to call out specifically what's showing here for my mic and for my speakers. So what I found is I seem to have better opportunity for capturing game chat correctly by having these. I know default and these two should be exactly the same thing, but maybe it's coincidence, who knows. Hit apply. Video. I'm running 1920 by 1080, and then the scaled source resolution or the scaled output resolution is 1280 by 720 bicubic and 30. If you make changes to those, hit apply. Make sure they are appropriate for your capture environment. Hotkeys, I'm not doing anything. Hotkeys are set up so you can tap hopefully an uncommonly used key and start streaming, stop streaming, transitions, intros, outros, etc. Again, not doing anything there, not doing anything in advanced. Clicking OK. And we're going to come over here to our sources. You shouldn't have anything over here. So what you're going to do for that is click on the plus and go to display capture. And you can call it just that, display capture. And 1920 by 1080. And I'm actually going to get rid of that one only because I don't need it, because I already have an M2 capture. So I've got a scene, I've got a source. The source, if I go into properties, you'll see 1920 by 1080. Capturing the cursor on this one, clicking OK. These are the basics you need to capture what's going on the screen. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. I'm going to come on down here to my Xbox app. Coming on down to my stream connection. Stream. There we are. We are capturing game streaming. So what I like doing is making sure I'm not muted in case I want to do party chat. And I'm checking my stream quality to very high. To realize you're going to have a mixture between somewhere in the medium, high, very high, if you want to make sure that you have a good output on your upstream going into your stream channel. Depending on what your bandwidth is, you may have to tweak that a little bit and knock it down a notch. I would try to do high to very high because anyone watching your stream is starting to get really bad quality because you're capturing a streamed Xbox to PC event and then upstreaming it to your channel, and you're going to lose quality every single time that transfers. So we're already losing quality in capturing the stream instead of capturing direct with a capture card like an Elgato or something like that. So just to kind of prove that this is all going to work, grabbing my controller. Do realize that before I started this whole thing, I connected my Elgato Chat Link to my wireless controller with the extra connector going into the input for the mic, and that's why you're able to hear me without a USB mic or an external mic. So we're not actually streaming here. I'm just doing a recording of what would happen if we were going to stream, because I'm going to go back to OBS. So what would happen here is I would start recording, and this does a local record, and then I would hit start streaming if I had my stream key sitting in settings. And if you take a look in settings where the stream is, your stream key goes in here, and you're going to want to make sure you get a connection evaluation utility that'll let you know what are the best servers to connect to. For me, it's the Midwest, it's Florida, it's New York. It just kind of depends on what's going on. Cancel out of that. Shrink that back down, bring up again. So let's see if we can just jump right into game. And my intention is to try to capture audio for in-game chat.
Round 1. Capture.
This is Lucy with the mic. This is Lucy with the mic.
I'm Tracer. I'm loading a Go.
Feel the healing beat. Get back.
Time to reload.
Oh, yeah, time to heal up.
Objective is now